Welcome to another connection here on TKO8 Television. Dennis King, thanks for joining us on the show this week. Each Monday we come into Studio B and have different organizations and different individuals come in to talk about what they're doing and how they affect the viewing area. We have a lot of wonderful organizations in our 5-6 county viewing area, and we do appreciate them coming in and exchanging information with us, and we learn a lot, and we disseminate a lot of information out to you. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We're going to talk with a young lady about what's going on in the Harrison School District for the summer months.
This is Josh from Harrison Battery and Tire. Lots of folks have been asking about roadside assistance, and now it's available. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, we can quickly and efficiently take care of your tires and battery issues with one phone call. Professional, secure, comforting to get you back on the road. No matter what time, no matter what type of vehicle you drive, call for details at 870-741-7041. Harrison Battery and Tire on the curve of Main Street in Harrison, harrisonbatteryandtire.com. Big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Your house is a reflection of you. Hi, I'm Gayla with Trinity Flooring, and flooring is all we do. We're expert at choosing the right product for the right application for every room in your home. Installation is the key, and we guarantee the best installation in the Ozarks at the right price. We proudly serve the Harrison area, and we'll bring the samples to your door.
Trinity Flooring, do it right the first time.
TrinityFlooringBranson.com.
Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television. Our first guest in the studio today works with the Harrison School District, Shirley Smothers. Thanks, Shirley, for coming in today.
Thank you.
School is winding down,
Yes.
but summer school's coming up.
Yes.
So we're kind of going from one to the other. Summer school program, let's maybe tell us a little bit kind of how that works and who can participate and so forth in the district.
Summer school will start on June 5th this year, and it'll go through July 27th. It will be held at the Harrison Junior High cafeteria. We start at 7:30 in the morning, and it ends at 4:30 Monday through Thursday, and it's for kindergarten through the 6th grade.
Kindergarten through I know there's going to be some changes coming up. Obviously, the Harrison School District fortunate enough to get a bond issue through, and they're building a new school at the high school. Of course, they'll be merging the junior high in with high school and middle school, so that's going to change it up after this year. I'm sure you're going to have to deal with that, right?
Yeah, I've been using the junior high cafeteria for, I think, the past 2 years, and so next year we'll probably have to hold it in the building unless we continue to keep the junior high cafeteria area in the junior high. Correct, because this year I'm going to use part of the cafeteria and then a couple of the classrooms from the junior high.
Okay.
So.
Now, obviously, the summer school program for Harrison is just for Harrison children?
Yes. You must be enrolled in the Harrison School District, and it's for students that are performing at grade level or trying to maintain grade level. So it's for students that just, need extra math and reading enrichment. This year, I'm pretty excited. We're going to be offering art, drama, dance.
Really?
Yeah. We have a program through the college. It's with the AmeriCorps Vista workers, and this year I was able to acquire several Vistas that are just excellent. They're going to be excellent. I'm really excited about my program this year. I am every year. It's kind of the highlight in my school year is my summer program. But one of the girls that we hired she's been to several different schools of dance, and she just graduated out of a college in Oklahoma, and she's coming into Arkansas for the summer months, and she's going to teach dance. And then I have someone that's affiliated with the Lyric Theater, and she's been doing performing arts, and she's been doing doing the plays for the last 3 years. Mm-hmm. And I have 2 people that are going to be working for us that are graduates of the Harrison High School.
Very good. So these type of programs, are they just kind of fun extracurricular programs? Do they get any kind of credit for those?
No.
Not like the school class. So it's just to kind of make it a little more fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're going to take them swimming on Thursdays. We have swimming, outdoor activities. I have yoga, which is going to be provided by the 4-H Extension Office. Just a lot of different things. We have field trips planned. One day they're going to go down to the Jones Elk Center and get to go through that, and they're going to go hiking one day. They're going to go out to the airport. The police department's going to be visiting. The ambulances, the firefighters are going to come through. We've got a lot of different programs just coming in and helping us with this.
Maybe explain a little bit, when you talk about using Vistas.
Okay.
Okay, what does the Vista, how do they get involved with you? What is the Vista?
This is through the college, and the Vista workers, there's a program for the summertime where we get to utilize AmeriCorps Vista workers, and they're hired specifically for summer school. And this year I have 11 AmeriCorps Vista workers. And quite honestly, I could not do summer school without the help from the Vista workers and being able to collaborate with the NAFI here in town, and they're the ones that's going to be providing the AmeriCorps Vista workers. I've been working closely with them. This is something I will actually have 2 certified teachers on staff, and the rest of the services will be provided through the AmeriCorps Vista workers. So in reality, I'm only going to be hiring 2 staff members.
So boy, that's what a great savings for your program to be having to use these Vistas. Do you try to have like a ratio of Vistas to the number of children in the program, or do you just have them do specific things?
I'm going to be breaking it out this year, kind of like block scheduling. They'll rotate into dance, drama, maybe a foreign language. I have a girl that she speaks fluent Czech, and she's going to be helping us. Art, we're going to do block scheduling, and they'll rotate between math and reading and the other classes. I'm going to allow 35 students in the class. Now the thing about this, we don't pre-register. The first come, first serve. So I'm telling everyone, be there at 7:30. If you want to show up. And I think I only had one day last year where we were full and could not take students. Generally, July kind of tapers off and people go on vacation, so that leaves more openings. Through the years, I've tried summer school different ways, and I tried registering students, and what would happen was they would want to register, and then they would disappear on me for a couple of weeks, and I would hold that slot for them. And so the past 2 years, I've just been leaving it open, and it's first come, first serve. So, and some people aren't crazy about that, but I think we get to serve a larger number of students that way.
So, okay, explain to me on this. So when you say first come, first serve, if they come the first day of your summer school, do they sign up for the entire summer school, or can somebody every day come at different times, or how does that work?
No, they come if they come at 7:30, if they want their child in for the day, they bring them in, and then at 35 that day, we won't take any more students.
Okay.
And then, let's say on Tuesday they come in, and they come in at 10 o'clock, and we only have 22 students, and they want to leave their child there, they can leave them there.
Okay.
It's real flexible, and I like that. I think last year we did it that way, and it worked out really well. The students, we served a lot of students in that 1 week. And another thing that we have this year, I wrote a grant for a fresh fruit grant. It's hard to say fresh fruit.
Okay.
It's $1,000, and every day the students are going to be, we're going to give them fresh fruit.
Okay.
And then they're going to take fresh fruit home. And we're going to be doing food bags as well, and they're going to get to take home food bags, and then they're going to have fresh fruit. And the goal of this is to teach them about, how to eat healthy and about fruits, and help them acquire the taste for fruits. A lot of students don't eat a lot of fruit because they're not exposed to it. So I'm hoping, that some students will start liking oranges or apples or bananas or something. So I'm excited about the fresh fruit grant.
Okay, speaking of the fruit grant, now so you feed the children, right?
Correct.
You have a breakfast program and a lunch program, is that correct?
Yes, we'll have the breakfast program. Breakfast is served. We start breakfast at 9 this year, and then we have a lunch program as well. They'll get free breakfast and lunch every day provided by the district.
Wow. Now, there's no cost to this.
No,
this
it's free.
If you think about this, these kids get an opportunity for educational needs. They get to have some fun with some extracurricular activities. They get to have 2 square meals a day, breakfast and lunch, plus the fruit program she's talking about. They get to take a bag home and obviously have some healthy fruit that they should eat, and obviously will be furnished to them at no cost. That's a big program. If you just think about the educational side of it, that's tremendous in the fact that these kids that maybe need a little help in certain areas, basic subjects, they can go there, spend the day, get to do extracurricular activities, and still get some of the educational needs that they could kind of boost themselves up and get ready for the next year. That is a great program. I mean, it really is, if you think about it. So what's your goal for the summer program? What do you want to accomplish this?
I want the kids to have a great summer and have a lot of fun. When I interviewed the Vistas, all of the Vistas that I interviewed, I told them that the most important thing that I wanted them to be able to do in a day was to make the children, help the children have a great day, and I want them smiling and energetic and, always having fun with the kids. That's the main goal. Of course, I want them to learn, and last year they learned. I mean, I want them to be able to at least maintain, their skills at grade level, or even, increase their reading skills or their math skills. But I want them to want to come back to summer school every day on their own without their parents wanting them to come. And I want them to say summer school was the funnest thing that they did all summer. I guess that's probably my main goal. I want it to be fun.
Have a fun time.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me again, this starts, how long a period of time is this again?
It's June 5th through July 27th, and we start at 7:30, Monday through Thursday. All children need to be picked up by 4:30. The staff will leave at 4:30. And one other thing I'll add, if anyone wants to help with the summer school program, I have lots of ways you can help. One way is donations, because we have the Parks and Rec Center gave us free swimming passes for one day, and I think we have 25 passes, and I still need funding to furnish the rest of the passes, because I'm going to allow 35 students to be there. Also, I'm going to pay for some things for the field trips and different things, and I've kind of branched myself out there, and I'm like, I know the money will come, the donations. Yes. So if anyone wants to make a donation to this program to help provide things for summer school, we plan on doing an end of the year dance recital. I'm going to need refreshments. I'd like to buy shoes, dance clothes for the girls, for dance. Drama, we need some things for that. So I'm going to need some additional funding, and I'm just hoping for donations for that.
Right. If somebody out there watching the program and they would like to help out, how's the best way to contact you? How would they get a hold of you?
They can call my cell phone number at 577-5635, and if I don't answer, just leave a message, because I get a lot of phone calls, or I'm in meetings and I don't answer my phone, but if they'll leave a message, I'll call them back. Or they can drop a check off at the Harrison Administration Building and make it out to the Harrison School District and 110 South Cherry Street. And if they want to mail a check in, they can also mail it to 110 South Cherry Street, Harrison, Arkansas, and just make it attention Shirley Smothers.
Okay, and you'll get it through the program, and they'll designate it.
Right, designate it for summer school.
Okay. Well, sounds like, did we cover everything pretty good? Did we miss anything?
I think we cut. There's so much for summer school. I don't know.
You sound excited.
I could go on.
Well, if the kids get as excited as Shirley did about having the program, you'll have a great summer. Obviously, she wants you to have fun, learn, and get to do some extracurricular things. Shirley, thanks for coming in today. Good luck with your summer program.
Thank you.
Good luck with your vistas, and let them learn a little bit, too. So it's good for both sides, I'm sure.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on our first half of Connection today. Stay with us. We're going to talk with two gentlemen from the Harrison Kiwanis Club. They've got a big fundraising event coming up, and we want to know more about the Kiwanians. Stay with us.
Spring has already started at Sisters Flower and Gift Shop. The ladies at Sisters have created some beautiful spring floral arrangements, and new home accent items are arriving daily. You'll also find a good selection of centerpieces, wall decor, and many other great gift items. Come by and check out their new baby section with gift ideas for both mom and baby. From handcrafted dinnerware, serving pieces, tabletop items, and licensed Razorback products, Sisters has just the right gift item for any occasion. Catch the spring fever at Sisters Flower and Gift Shop. We are so much more than flowers.
Many things have changed over the years, and so has Auto Body Repair. Even though Ozark Auto Body has been in business for over 30 years, they continue to change with the times. They believe protecting the environment is important and have done so by using environmentally friendly waterborne paint from PPG. This aligns with the technology used by original manufacturers and gives you a lifetime limited warranty. Quality PPG waterborne paint, ASC certified personnel, plus 24-hour towing service. Ozark Auto Body in Harrison, always taking pride in excellence. Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television, Dennis King. Thanks for joining us on our Connection show this week. Our next guest in the studio today come from the Harrison Kiwanis Club, and we welcome both of them, Richard Hart and Dale Gardner. Thank you so much for coming in. Two very active members, I should say, of the Harrison Kiwanis Club, and probably been there for a little while. We don't want to get into age stuff now. We've already talked about Dale's had a birthday, right?
Right.
You've had one, I've had one. We're not going to get into that kind of
We're
stuff.
proud of it, too.
Proud of it. Glad to be here.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Either one of you guys just kind of jump in anytime. A little bit about the Kiwanis. You've been around for a long time, I guess. You're one of the older organizations as far as locally, I would assume, in town. Is that would that be
Kiwanis
correct?
Club started in 1955 in
1950.
Harrison, and still been active.
Been very active.
Very active.
Do you meet? How often do you meet?
We meet once a week
Once
on
a week.
Mondays
At
Western Sizzling
okay.
at noon.
Obviously, it's open to men and women, I'm sure.
Yes.
I know your numbers vary, but do you usually keep about the same number of members most of the time, or
We have
how's your membership?
approximately 70 members at the present time.
Approximately 70 members.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody wanted to join the Kiwanis, I mean, how do you go about if somebody wanted to join? Do you talk to somebody that's a member and then go and see what's going on, or how does that work?
Check with someone that's a member, come to get them to invite them to the Kiwanis meeting on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
We do have an application,
Okay.
and that's the beginning of the process.
Beginning of the process.
They could also go to our website and see, a little bit more about us and what we're doing, what activities we're in. Of course, we're youth oriented is our primary.
Well, let's
thing.
get into that. Let's
Yeah.
talk a little bit about some of the things, some of your projects that you do, if you guys would.
Okay. Some of the major projects that we do is to sponsor key clubs, and we've been sponsoring the key clubs in the area for many years, about as many years as the Kiwanis Club has been in existence. And at the present time, we have a key club at Harrison, one at Bergman, and one at Valley Springs.
Okay.
And then we also have a Builders Club. We have a Builders Club at Valley Springs for the middle school. We have an Action Club at Independent Living for adults with disabilities.
That's fantastic. Okay. I was you're talking about Key Club, and actually it goes way back, and at my age, I even was a member of the Key Club in Harrison when it was going on back then. But Key Club is I looked at it as kind of a junior version of the Kiwanis. Would that be a good word for it?
We have many members in the Kiwanis Club right now that started out as as a member of the Key Club in one of our local clubs.
And some have gone on to be president of our club too. So that's kind of a pat on our back. We're pretty proud of that.
Made a complete circle.
Right.
They went from the Key Club days to the Kiwanis. Let's go ahead and you do a lot of great projects. You've got a list of them here. Kind of go down through there if you would, and maybe just kind of expound on some of them. I know you do a lot of scholarships, obviously, at North Arkansas College,
Right.
Which is that's a good program.
Another one of our community activities is the fishing derby, and that's usually in June, and we'll have some of the elementary school up through sixth grade, and we get fish in from Game and Fish, put them in Lake Harrison, and we have a fishing tournament. We'll put in 300 to 500 pounds of fish, and they catch some of them, and then the adults usually get to catch more over the weekend. So we keep the lake stocked with catfish.
That's a for you. If you've never been to the Kiwanis Fishing Derby, now if you want to have some fun, don't have to participate necessarily, but if you want to have some fun, just go down there and watch some of these kids, especially the small ones, when they hook. It may not be a very big fish, but if they get one on the hook, their eyes get big, and it's a real treat. You can get some. We've gotten some pretty good footage through the years going down and doing some filming down there.
That's probably one of the most enjoyable events that we have, to see all the kids catch a fish, and some of them have never caught a fish before. That's their first fish, and gets them started into the fishing. Maybe some might say it gets them hooked on fishing.
Right.
Yeah, if you want to get hooked on fishing, go to the Kiwanis Fishing.
We string a net down across the river or the creek, and to keep the fish, in a certain area. And of course, some of them manage to get through or get whatever, but
Right.
It's a real fun deal. And have hot dogs and hamburgers and.
Good. That's a great community program. Tell me about Terrific Kids. What is
Okay, that was the next one I was looking at there. The Terrific Kids. It recognizes the students in school, and we have this in several of the schools in our area. And it's a recognition of students who have made a contribution to their school. And they're selected by the instructors for good citizenship, not necessarily bringing up grades and having good grades. They get a lot of recognition for honors for having good grades, but these are some of the students who have made a real contribution to their school and their community.
Well, that's a good program for them.
And McDonald's is a co-sponsor with us. They help us with supplies, but the schools select the kids that maybe you or I that weren't on the the big sports team or whatever, or the most academic, but we were still there doing our part, and I would like to think that some of us would have been a terrific kid.
Terrific kid if they'd had it. Now, is this Terrific Kid program, is it for all the area schools, or which schools do you?
Any of the area schools that are not participating, if they will get a hold of someone within the Kiwanis Club, let us know that they're interested. We'll make arrangements to visit with them and get the program set up.
Oh, that's good.
So it's all area schools.
It's areas. Okay, very good. Reading is a fundamental. What do you do? Still do reading programs?
We're not as much into the reading part of it. We do provide books for our elementary schools, and at this time we have two different parts of the reading program, and we have three of our Harrison schools involved, elementary schools involved in the reading program. Right now, we do provide some books for the kindergarten students at Woodland Heights, and we're promoting reading, and we're continuing to expand that program, and we will expand to other schools as we can make the contacts and make things available.
Make it available.
We just did that almost 2 weeks ago now in two of the schools, and the kids get to keep the book. Okay. I mean, we give them a brand new book, and of course a lot of kids don't have books at home, so but every kid in the kindergarten grade and whatever else we do, they get their very own book to take home.
That's a great program. It's a great program. Kind of going along what's Adopt a School?
Okay, the Adopt a School program. Each year, the schools in the area have an opportunity to write a grant to the Kiwanis Club for a need of some piece of equipment or something that they have in the school that they would like to see promoted. Be a special project for a teacher or a department to have. And they write the grant, turn it into the Kiwanis Club, and then a school is selected to have that money for that year.
Wow,
we've been doing that for about 4 or 5 years now, and it's a really good program, and it gives the instructors, the schools an opportunity. Maybe if they need something that funds are not available for that particular type item, then we can provide that for them.
Mm-hmm. And obviously, we said when we started the interview, with the gentleman today about the Kiwanis being very much into kids programs. And I noticed you have Arkansas Children's Hospital, and I know you give funding.
Yes.
Everybody knows about the Children's Hospital and what the great work they do there, and how many children in our viewing area that they touch every year.
Yeah.
Of course, they are international.
Several hundred.
Yeah, and I mean,
here.
children from all over the world come there. They're world renowned
Right.
for their children's program.
Yeah, so when a Kiwanis member calls for Children's Hospital, don't turn us down.
Don't turn us down. I understand. Okay, let's talk a little bit about your event coming up. You do several fundraisers, I guess, through the year. You do the Kiwanis auction. We always help you and have for years with the Kiwanis auction, where you get donated items and auction them. I know that's a big fundraiser. But the golf tournament's a big one. Give us some information on that, if you would.
Well, the golf tournament's going to be next Monday at the Harrison Country Club, and we start at noon, provide a nice lunch for the participants, and usually we have some interesting, maybe gag gifts that we that are very valuable, I'm sure. But we have a nice tournament, and of course it's a great facility. We provide refreshments during the day around the course from local Pepsi gives us water and soda for that, and some other snack items. But we usually get about 17 or 18, what do they call it? A flight? Is that right?
You usually have 17 or 18
yeah.
flights, I know, in the past.
So that goes from about 1:30 or so until close to 5 o'clock when we're through. We have a chance for a hole-in-one. And so there's some big money in that. There's a $10,000 opportunity.
Before we run out of time, I noticed, who's your guest speaker?
He was just on our web.
Walt Coleman?
Walt Coleman, there you go, yeah.
He was an NFL referee?
And since 1989. He's been a speaker for us before, and he's quite an interesting gentleman. I think he's older than I am, so I'll call him a gentleman.
Gentleman, sure.
Well, one thing about the golf tournament, each one of the players are invited to the Kiwanis Club for lunch.
Okay.
And they get to take part in the lunch and hear the speaker, and then play golf for the afternoon. So
That's
it's we consider it a fundraiser and public relations for our community. And we get a lot of our local golf players in there, and they can meet each other, golf together, and have a chance to help out our community.
Well, it's a great tournament. I've participated in it in past years, and it's one of the better tournaments that we have at the Harrison Country Club each year, and obviously it goes for a great cause. We just talked about the many programs that the Kiwanis of Harrison participate in, and the money goes to a lot of different individuals, and particularly they're in the children's programs. So it's a good event. Annual golf tournament, the Jewel Morris Invitational that they have each year. Monday, May 15th, 1 o'clock. You can still sign up, still go to the Harrison Country Club, get a form, and $85 a player. You'll have a great time. Goes to a good cause. Thanks for both of you for coming in today. We do appreciate it very much. Good luck with your golf tournament, and keep everything rocking and rolling at the Kiwanis.
Great.
Thanks for joining us today. We hope you got some information you didn't know about. Join us each week as we connect with the community on Connection.
Join Sammy Klein Thursdays and Fridays during the TKO8 local newscast for this week's closing livestock market report. Made possible by Quality Feed Grains of Harrison and Bellefonte. Quality Feed Grains has you covered. Everything for cattle, pets, deer, equine, poultry, seed and spray, show feed, and garden. Check their website, qualityfeedgrains.com, now for this month's special.